Champions, I'm Yo Schiller, and the next season and regulation for Pokémon Champions, Regulation Set MB, has now arrived. And alongside it comes another chunk of Pokémon that are now selectable for competitive battling. From my own Pokémon bubble, 5 more Pokémon are now available. Musharna and Eelektross for my Pokémon White walkthrough team, Blaziken for my Pokémon Emerald walkthrough team, and Mawile and Dragalge for my Pokémon Y walkthrough team. Plus, in the case of Eelektross and Dragalge, they now have newly obtainable Mega Evolutions. For today's video, I shall be climbing the ranked doubles ladder once more in an attempt to regain a Master Ball ranking, and in the process, I shall incorporate a few of these recently available Pokémon onto a fresh team to test each one's potential. Let's see which ones can help me make it back to the Master Ball rank. This time around, I shall be capitalizing on Eelektross' new Mega Form and its new ability, Eeleventh, which grants an immunity to ground-type moves and allows him to boost his stats each time he knocks out a Pokémon. It's also been a while since I've used Eelektross in my competitive battles, so I'm excited to have him back on a team. For my climb back to the Master Ball rank, I shall also utilize both Mawile and Blaziken, each heavy hitters in their own right, with the former having access to one of the best Mega Evolutions in the series, and the latter having a Mega Evolution that he, frankly, doesn't even really need. Blaziken is already plenty powerful without his Mega Evolution thanks to his access to the Speed Boost ability, and therefore he will serve more of an anchor role in my selection to help slot easily into any of my team combinations. Both of these Pokemon have already proven themselves plenty in the past, so I'm eager to use the best traits of each of them once more in my latest team builds. With Eelektross, Blaziken, and Mawile in tow, I shall mix these 3 Pokemon with some of my already selectable Pokemon and see if I can blend old and new strategies together to craft some truly devious shenanigans. Perhaps this will even allow some of my previous Pokemon to have a proper chance at showcasing their viability. And so, with these thoughts and Pokemon combinations in mind, it's time for me to take on the world and show everyone just how capable I truly am as a future Pokemon champion. Game on! And to mark the start of a new season / introduction of extra Pokemon to Pokemon Champions, I would like to at least slightly change my appearance. I'm kind of digging the gray shirt. I think it goes well with the rest of my attire. Probably could stand to put some gray pants on too. Yeah, I think I'll just go with gray pants. I would like to try and change my character's appearance for each time more Pokemon are added to the game, or for each season or something, just in subtle ways, nothing too drastic, or maybe like I'll gradually change stuff more and more and more. I got gray shorts. Do we have gray pants? That's the gray shorts, sorry. I guess I'll just do gray shorts then. That's fine. All right, but so the gray shorts are representative of steel types. Oh wait, just passed it. That's normal. I think I want the dark gray. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. And now that we're in a new season or a new regulation MB, M3, whatever, I wanted to change my appearance slightly. I like going gray because I suppose in some regards I am morally gray. And this was the team that I used in, this is the singles team. This was adjusted slightly, and now we have new items and stuff that I would probably use over what I had before. This is what I used to get to Master Ball rank in singles. All right, going all Destiny Bond Frostlass, and then eventually a Weavile with a King's Rock. That was very amusing. And then for doubles, this was the team I used, ultimately substituting out Alcremie for Arcanine near the end. And I did put Mudslap on Meganium, that's right. I thought I was going to make a difference with that. I don't think I did. Otherwise, these are the teams that I won't be using this time around. I am going to be using Mawile, one of my favorite Pokemon ever and my favorite Steel-type Pokemon ever. So if I use her with Goodra, 2 Steel types, oh, hang on, cool, some rewards. So what I was trying to say was, I'm wearing a gray shirt and gray shorts, which I think go well with the green jacket and the green hat, and I'm kind of morally gray in the way that I battle. And the gray is supposed to be representative of the steel typing, and I intend to use 2 steel type Pokemon on my team today, one of them being Mawile. I also plan to use Eelektross and Blaziken today, and I'll use Dragalge and Musharna a different time. For now, I want to try and climb to Master Ball rank in the doubles side, again, using a team that has Mawile and or Eelektross on it. And I'm going to be wearing this gray attire for this season while I do so. Okay, 40 minutes of prep later, I'm ready to actually play the game. No, I'm not. I gotta talk about the music because they added more music. More specifically, they added more music from Pokemon Legends ZA, and they specifically added the best song of the game, Jacinth's theme. So for good luck, I'm gonna play this song because not only am I using 2 Steel-type Pokemon on my team, I'm using 2 Fairy types, and Jacinth was something of a fairy type user. She had some other Pokemon as well. She did have a Mawile, a steel fairy type. So I'll be wearing gray clothing to represent the steel typing, and I'll be playing Jacinth's theme to represent the fairy typing. All right, this is the team. My first doubles match in this category, and even my opponent has at least one Pokemon that's been recently released, and that's gonna be Phalanx. We'll see how that goes. All right, I don't wanna lose my first battle in the new format, so let's see what I can do. Why don't we just immediately go for Alcremie, Eelektross. No, I said I wanted to use the fairy types, right? So why don't we do that? So why don't we do Alcremie, Zoroark, Mawile in the back, and then like Blaziken or something. How's that sound? And then Zoroark disguises Blaziken. That seems more believable to me, because he'll be able to tell that it's a fake Mawile because it won't have Intimidate. I mean, you can run Mawile with Hypercut, or people do that. It doesn't matter because you're going to Mega Evolve it in a turn anyway. I just think it'll be better to represent Zoroark as a Blaziken. All right, let's give this a try. Quaquaval and Hatterene. Very good then. Alcremie and, well, not Blaziken. Works for me. Although back in Pokemon Sword and Shield, Alcremie and Blaziken was the strat that I was using. I suppose the best thing I can do is just to go on the offensive, right? Why don't we use Psychic on the Quaquaval? And why don't we just Helping Hand it to ensure its defeat, to ensure its demise? Zoroark will definitely outspeed. Psychic on its own probably will KO you. I just don't know if you're going to be holding a Focus Sash or not, because I think Quaquaval sometimes runs a Focus Sash. It is. I should have known better. I should have targeted the Hatterene. Well, Hatterene's going to be slow and probably going to be going for Trick Room. Let's see what you got. Okay. Aqua Step. Well, joke's on you! It's not a real... Blaziken. I'm not worried. I am not worried. Does it look like I'm worried? Because I'm not. Yeah. I should have gone for the Hatterene. Well, there's no way you're going for Trick Room then. You're just going straight for Psychic. You were going to double down on the Blaziken, weren't you? Well, so far I do admit that this isn't boding well. And yet, I find myself confident in my ability to turn this around. Alright then. Mawile and Alcremie, you've been briefly acquainted previously. That's how the fairy types play, huh? While we got Jacinth's theme playing? No way I'm losing while this song is playing. No shot. Alright? I'm gonna treat it like no quarters from Splatoon 3, where every time the song plays, I gotta give it my all. Let's go then. So you're going down. And then we may as well decorate the Mawile before Alcremie goes down. Because Alcremie's gonna outspeed Hatterene. There we go. And if for some reason you're not attacking Mawile, then I'd be very curious to see what you're gonna do. Sucker Punch should obviously take this out otherwise though. So let's see what we got. Sucker Punch. Done. Quaquaval down. Excellent. Works for me. Gotta be honest, I don't remember what the rest of your team could have possibly been. I was yapping away on the team selection screen. Still, Alcremie, you've never seen Mega Mawile, have you? Well, get familiar. Think you had a Volcarona on your team? I gotta be wary of that. Well, that's also why I got Blaziken with Rock Slide. And you don't have a Focus Sash, so I should be good. I already used up your Focus Sash. Oh yeah, the Phalanx, that's right, I made a comment about that. I'd be curious to see the Mega Phalanx. Nothing a play rough Mawile can't handle. Especially at +2 attack now that she's been decorated. Yeah, Alcremie, you got to briefly witness the mighty Mega Mawile! Something new to you. Yes, Mawile was always capable of these things. I just wasn't able to use it in Pokemon Sword and Shield. And now she's back with a vengeance. King Gambit. All right. Well, boy, am I glad that my last Pokemon's Blaziken. Don't have a fighting move, though. I run Blaziken with Poison Jab, primarily to deal with Tapu Fini in the past, and to a lesser extent, Primarina. Still, I'm not worried. I'm going to Iron Head the Hatterene, and while Blaziken probably does outspeed everything here, just in case I am going to go for Detect, just because I also don't know what his fourth Pokemon is just yet. I assume it's Volcarona or Phalanx. If it's Phalanx, I've never fought Mega Phalanx before, so I should be prepared. So we'll have Speed Boost Blaziken going. Okay, so that settles that. Blaziken absolutely would have outsped everything here. If Mawile outspeeds everything here. All right, and then what you got for me, King Gambit? Stone Edge. Stone Edge, really, huh? I guess that would deal neutral. I guess that makes sense. Your other moves would be Dark and Steel type. Very well. All right, Volcarona or Phalanx? Who's in the back? Phalanx, all right. Show me the Mega Phalanx. I want to see it. There we go. All right, boom. And then, guess we'll just Flare Blitz, right? Blaziken's now the fastest thing on the field. I don't know what Phalanx's speed is relative. It's something I rarely fought even back in the day. How exciting! Cool! And then your ability, I think, is no guard, right? So you can't miss. Very well. Flare Blitz into you. Done. Alright, now unless you're using Earthquake, and I should be able to survive an Earthquake. Oh, critical hit for good measure. I don't think I needed that, but I am glad that I got it. Goodbye, King Gambit. Alright. Phalanx, what's your plan? What you got? What you got from me? No retreat. Well, I guess I should have guessed that. Phalanx's signature move boosts all of its stats in exchange for not allowing it to switch. Except, I'm already at +2 attack. Boom, baby! Whoa, you're the best! Blaziken, you're awesome! Thank you, thank you, thank you. Of course, that's just one half of my team. I feel as though a good BGC team is run 2 different ways. Has like 2 modes to it with 1 or 2 swap outs in each. So, some people run like Trick Room and Weather, right? And then if you run the Weather team, maybe you can pivot 1 or 2 Pokemon in the back. Won 10 battles with Alcremie. I didn't do 10 battles with Alcremie, I only did 9 up to this point. Well, I think Alcremie and Mawile are gonna get along just fine. I'm more so eager to try Alcremie and Eelektross, and I trust that on my way to Master Ball rank, I'll be able to test that out. I really lucked out that so many Pokemon that I've been using for years, a decade and more, had gotten Mega Evolutions. That's exciting to me. I just like toughed it out with these Pokemon that were good and bad, and then so many of them got buffed because they got Mega Evolutions, and that's so fun. Yo, there's a Pikachu on the team! You have no idea how tempted I am to bring Zoroark purely to trick a Choice Scarf onto it, take away its Light Ball, and make it dead weight. Alright, I think though, the more optimal play, because Zoroark would otherwise only really be good against the Gengar, I think the more optimal play is to bring Eelektross and Alcremie. I brought Alcremie onto the team mainly to work alongside Eelektross, and I would like to try and demonstrate that. And then in the back, I can do, I don't know, Mawile and Goodra? That's probably the play. I don't think Blaziken's gonna do much here. Blaziken is obviously good against the King Gambit. Getting intimidated by the Gyarados would mess me up. Azumarill would have Aqua Jet, so we'll do it this way and see how it goes. Alright. Ooh, Corbo's theme, yeah, that was also recently added to the game. Let's get it going. Alright, Pikachu and Azumarill. Love it. Bring in your mice onto the field. I'm in favor of that. Kind of excited to see a Pikachu, honestly. Okay, so we will go for Protect. And as I demonstrated back when Alcremie was on my Meganium team, Decorate actually bypasses Protect, which I think is awesome. Alright, so boom. Mega Eelektross! Let's show him how it's done. Then, once Alcremie decorates my Eelektross can ideally go to town by spamming moves like Discharge and Giga Drain. And if it means taking out my own Alcremie, so be it. Because even if I take out my own teammate, and oh, that might actually KO Alcremie. Oh, no, we're fine. Even, in theory, even if I take out my own teammate, that still counts as KOing a Pokemon, and Mega Eelektross' ability makes it so that anytime I KO a Pokemon, my highest stat goes up, which in this case should be Special Attack. Man, you really doubled down on the Eelektross, huh? I should have just gone for Discharge right out the gate. Tell you what, I'll go for Giga Drain, and then I will I'll go for another Decorate. I'll do Baby Doll Eyes, just in case. Alright, here we go. Baby Doll Eyes onto you. Awesome. And then Thunder Punch, alright. I don't feel as though this is a real human player. This might be a computer. I guess you have been selecting your moves quite quickly, huh? I mean, okay, I don't want to discredit the player here. Even so, this gives me an opportunity to test out my Eelektross strategy. In theory, KOing my own teammate should still allow Eelektross' stats to go up. I know sometimes abilities don't work that way. Like, I tried running Milotic with competitive, and if I tried to lower her stats with one of my own moves, it wouldn't work. So, we'll try it. It should still work, though, because it's supposed to be Levitate and Beast Boost, effectively, and Beast Boost can still go up if you're... Okay, this is not a human. Then I have nothing to worry about. Now, it explains the use of Pikachu, not one of the new Mega Raichu forms. Alright, well, let's see it then. So, Hurricane... Just doubling down on the Alcremie. Yeah, and a special attacking Gyarados? There's no way this is a human. Boom. Alright. Well, Pikachu's down. Works for me. And then hopefully this next turn I can just use Discharge and take out my own Alcremie. Gengar! I'm fine with that. If it's not a human player, it's probably not going to Mega Evolve, and even if it is, this will KO anyway. So, let's just take them all out, huh? Boom. And then Helping Hand. All right, Alcremie, give Rossick a round of applause. There we go. Yep, all sorts of support. Now this Alcremie is not meant for attacking, only supporting. So if she goes down immediately, like that's neither here nor there. Yeah, okay. Shadow Punch, great. Okay, Waterfall. Great. All right, where was I? Discharge them all! Yeah! The only problem is you won't see it go up 3 times. Darn it! I wanted to showcase what that looks like. I wanted to showcase like my stats going up by +3 because that's such a rare thing to happen. You can only get that with Tail Glow otherwise. All right, maybe one day I'll be able to KO all 3 Pokemon in the field at the same time with Eelektross, so I can showcase that. For now, that's sorta what the strategy looks like. You use Decorate with the Alcremie to boost Eelektross' stats, and then you just KO the Alcremie. Hopefully I can do that on a human player in an upcoming match. But hopefully I can KO 3 Pokemon at the same time so I can get a +3 special attack boost. Wouldn't that be nice? Alternatively, I guess I could run Eelektross such that every time I KO a Pokemon, his defense stats go up, if it means sacrificing my special attack. But then I would be like weak the entire time and probably wouldn't reliably get KOs, and running Eelektross purely as a wall probably isn't optimal. I mean, I think I have Eelektross right. I think putting some EVs into defense, because he's not fast, he might probably work on a Trick Room team, but I'm not running Trick Room. So, alright, now here, I see some flying types, so I want to bring Eelektross. I just don't know if I want to start with him. I might want to start with Blaziken, because Blaziken can take care of Corviknight, who might set up Tailwind, can take care of Whimsicott, who might set up Tailwind. Dragonite and Charizard with Rock Slide. Well, here's the thing. He's just gonna Tailwind with something anyway. So maybe I should do... I don't usually start with Goodra. If I start with Alcremie, I feel a little more justified in doing so. Let's see, because I feel like he might actually start with Charizard. And then... bring Mawile in case he brings Garchomp. They go pretty... Garchomp or Dragonite, because they go pretty even with each other. And then if I'm bringing Alcremie, then I feel as though I gotta bring Eelektross. Especially since I want to have an opportunity to really have Eelektross have a time to shine, you know? So Eelektross and... Blaziken or Mawile? Let's do Mawile. Okay, I knew this was gonna happen as soon as I pressed A. I probably should have brought Blaziken. Mawile's fine. Mawile's fine. It's mainly for Intimidate. All right, let's see what we got here. So you are starting with Garchomp and Sableye. Okay. I thought for sure you would start with Charizard. I brought Goodra to the front for that reason. I guess I can always just switch into Goodra, so that's a lesson learned. Even if I wanted to use Decorate, I could just switch into Goodra. There's no real reason for me to actually start with Goodra. But since I have, I'll do Chilling Water and I'll Decorate Goodra. Goodra can take a hit. We'll turn her into a sweeper then, see how that works. And we'll see what the Sableye wants to set up. Sableye will probably use like Will-O-Wisp or Thunder Wave or something. Let's see. You're thinking about it. You might use a ground type move. It means attacking your own Sableye if you're gonna use Earthquake. If you have something else like Stomping Tantrum, well then that's good to know. Then I can reliably switch into Eelektross. So let's see, Fake Out. Onto Goodra, fine with me. I keep forgetting that Sableye can learn Fake Out. I just, like every time I see a Sableye, it never has the opportunity to use it. Rock Tomb, I'm fine with that. This is a human player. The player took some time to make a move. I'm just trying to understand the strategy, that's all. That's the thing with these lower ranks, like the strategies are not as straightforward, so I don't always know what's about to happen. All right, so boom. So now we've decorated Goodra. Awesome. All right, and now, if all you're gonna do was that Rock Tomb, then I see no reason why I shouldn't just go full out offensive on you. And maybe go for, I can still go for Chilling Water. I might not KO you regardless. Yeah, we can do Flash Cannon onto Sableye. I'm not worried about you. I'm not worried about Garchomp, rather, because I'm about to baby doll size it. Protect? Alright, fine. Maybe you are using Earthquake this turn, which means I am glad that I am going for baby doll eyes. You lowered my speed. I'm not worried about Alcremie's speed. Yeah, there's the Earthquake. Alright. Oh, and that's why you had 3 flying types, isn't it? So you can just Earthquake. So is that what you brought in the back then? And it's definitely gotta be that you brought, you are gonna bring Charizard, you're probably gonna bring Corviknight. Yeah, okay. I mean, you could have Dragonite, I don't know. I'm not worried. I got Eelektross. Alright, so at this point I can justify going for either Sableye or Garchomp. I guess I'll go for Garchomp. Do I want to go for Chilling Water? No, let's 2-hit KO it, if not 1-hit KO it. And it's gonna outspeed me, so I best go for Baby Doll Eyes on it. See if Goodra can take another hit, because it did 98. So now this Goodra should live this. Nice! Baby Doll Eyes coming in clutch. Okay. And let's see if I can actually KO Garchomp from here. Lets me see. Alright. Boom! Garchomp down. Works for me. So long to your Earthquake strategy. And then foul play onto Goodra. A bummer. But I am kind of relieved to see that. Because it means that I can now use Decorate. I can actually now take out my own Alcremie using Eelektross, which is the strategy that I wanted to try and show in the first place. Oh. I'm no longer agreeing with my decision to keep Mawile in the back, though. After having seen everything, yeah, I mean, I kind of regretted that decision as soon as I confirmed it. I should have done Blaziken. That's fine. That's actually the first time I ran this strategy was Alcremie Blaziken back in Sword and Shield, and I was using Detect with Blaziken and Dynamaxing it, and then using Decorate with Alcremie. Alright. Eelektross, hello? How do you feel about going straight for Discharge and taking out your teammate, and then Alcremie, you just Helping Hand it, because you can't use Baby Doll Eyes on the Corviknight because it'll reflect it with Mirror Armor. So, Helping Hand is the best thing I can do, because everything else... I mean... You lowered my speed, though, right? So that means Alcremie's gonna be slower. Alcremie would otherwise be faster, so I gotta go for Helping Hand. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. You've got nothing that can withstand the upcoming Discharge. Alright. Yeah, get that Sableye out of here. Sableye's your last Pokemon, I'm really not worried. Your main attack is gonna be Foul Play. My special attack is the one that's going out, not my physical attack. Helping Hand. Alright. Now, this probably won't KO either of them. It will KO my Alcremie, which will make this super funny. Works for me! Works for me! So this should say that my special attack went up sharply, right? Because I KO'd 2 Pokemon? I want to make sure my theory is correct. Yes, it does. One day I'll KO all 3 Pokemon and see what it says. I think it says it raises drastically, right? Alright. Well, we got basic Mawile coming in now. You can probably still... Actually, Mawile and Sableye are supposed to be rivals, right? They're counterparts to each other. There we go. Well, then this might work out. Base Mawile taking out base Sableye, I'm fine with that. Let's see. You're up. +2 special attack, yeah. I love it. I love it. That's awesome. Okay, well then I will go for Discharge again, and if it takes out my Mawile, so be it. I could even just use Protect this turn. Probably should use Protect this turn. Yeah, we'll Discharge and then Protect. All right, let's go then. So boom, thank you. Okay. I've been using base. You used Fake Out earlier in this battle, and I still forgot that that was an option. Alright, well, I've been using base Mawile in Pokemon Sword and Shield. I know how to kind of pivot around it, and the moveset was basically the same. I sometimes ran her with Thunder Punch, but otherwise, this is the way to do it. So, let's try that again, huh? And this time, I'm gonna play rough. I should probably play rough the Dragonite, yeah? Well, the Dragonite took the hit better because he had multi-scale, but I'll play rough it anyway. Let's see what we got. He has multi-scale, so when he's at full health, the attack that you deal damage, the attack that deals damage deals less than it normally would. So let's see how much these upcoming Discharge shall do. Oh, he's really thinking about it. All right, extreme speed. Fine with me, more than fine with me. That Intimidate from Mawile actually coming in clutch. Yeah, and you're Will-O-Wisp in the Mawile. You don't have much of an answer, do you? You had Fire Blast. I'm actually a little surprised you didn't go for that. All right. You must know that trouble is brewing. There you go. Sableye down, and my Mawile down. Well, Mawile, you don't get to take out Sableye. I'll just take you both out. How's that sound? If you can't get along, then you're both going out. Boom. So now I'm at +4 special attack, which means one more Discharge should certainly seal the deal here. Works for me. So you didn't bring Charizard after all, huh? And you didn't Mega Evolve your Dragonite. That's interesting. All right, let's see where we're at. Ho ho! We're good. I was afraid that was gonna freeze for a moment, but I didn't want to say anything in fear of jinxing it. All right, well, at least now I got to showcase the strategy of KOing my own opponent. to boost my own stats. Works for me. It's not reliable, and I don't know that there's any team composition that's entirely foolproof. It is, at the end of the day, still a fun strategy to try out, and I look forward to using it to try and climb to Master Ball rank. Darn it, I thought it would let me level up twice. That's okay. Maybe if I win the next match, I'll level up like 3 times, we'll see. I'm really enjoying Mega Eelektross. I think its ability is so fascinating. I was afraid it was just gonna get Levitate again. Because that happens. Sometimes a Pokemon's Mega ability is just its regular ability and they just get like a stat increase. And that's fine. This is so much more fun. Ooh, we got a bunch of different powerhouses here. Well, Sneasler alert, that means I gotta bring Zoroark. As for everything else, if I start with Zoroark, it means I don't start with Alcremie. So maybe I best start with Mawile, get some Intimidates off. That'll help me check the Sneasler as well, and the Staraptor before it Mega Evolves. And then we'll probably just do Blaziken and Goodra in the back. That's usually how it goes. Let's start with Zoroark. Okay. And Zoroark could bode well against the Basculegion, the Sinistcha, and possibly even the Mega Staraptor. We'll see if he brings the Raichu. If he brings Staraptor, then I feel confident saying that his other Pokemon are going to be Whimsicott and Sinistcha, because they kind of help Staraptor do its thing. You basically build the team around Staraptor. If he brings the Raichu, and I don't know, because my team, fortunately, doesn't have a glaring weakness to what he has on his team. Usually my glaring weaknesses are ground types. So, and he's thinking about it. Can't say I blame him. I feel pretty confident saying he's going to bring the Sneasler. That's just like a safe anchor Pokemon to have on your team. Kind of like me with my Blaziken, right? So you just kind of throw it on there and it just kind of does whatever it needs to do without any setup. Or without any allies helping it, rather. So I would think that he probably will bring Staraptor and probably start with Whimsicott. I just need to keep Zoroark alive, mainly for Sneasler. I trust that Mawile could take care of it too if it comes to it. Alright, we're just getting all the Legends EA songs, huh? Raichu and Sneasler, alright, so no Whimsicott. I mean, he could have it in the back, I suppose. He could have Whimsicott's Staraptor in the back, it's not... Okay, alright, so no Focus Sash. Because it's probably on the Whimsicott. So I'm just gonna go ahead and Psychic you, and then no reason not to just Mega Evolve here, right? I maybe I would want to intimidate the Basculegion in the back. I don't think we're gonna get to that point. So let's just go straight for it. And then, so Sneasler will outspeed. Okay, so were you bringing Mega Raichu, which means there's no Mega Staraptor in the back. Okay, so probably in the back is Basculegion and Sinistcha. Okay, that's fine with me. I will Mega Evolve, I am protecting, and then if you went for Fake Out on Mawile, that's not going to work. If you went for Fake Out on Goodra, that's not going to work because it's actually a Zoroark! Oh, you went for Protect, I wasn't even thinking about that. You ever seen a Goodra use Psychic? Oh, we're all protecting. I'm actually okay with that then. Alright, boom, look at that. What a waste of a turn! Actually, it's not, because he benefits more from me using Protect than I benefit from him using Protect. Even so, you will go for it once more, and if you wish to switch, that's fine with me, because you would then deactivate your Unburden ability. I, however, will go for a different approach. I will go for Play Rough onto Raichu, and hope for the best. We'll see. So, Sneasler will be the fastest thing on the field because of Unburden. Zoroark is second fastest because of Choice Scarf. Raichu will then be the fastest, and if Raichu goes after Zoroark, I could be in a little bit of trouble. Sneasler's not going to KO anything right now, and I can foresee him switching. I'm still going for Psychic. Anyway, close combat. Okay, that shouldn't KO. Good girl. Good girl. Mawile, you're the best. Love you. All right, Psychic onto the Sneasler. Very good. All right, that threat's over. Zoroark, you can now do as you please. You were locked into Psychic for the rest of the battle, unless I switch you out. We will see. Zap Cannon onto Zoroark. Yeah. You probably saw through that, huh? Or you didn't see through that and you only use Zap Cannon because you were interested in paralyzing the Goodra. In which case, I can respect it. Now, let's see how much my Play Rough does. Alright, let's see. That should be a KO. Mawile, you are the best. Taking hits and dishing them too. Love it. Alright. 2 your Pokemon are down. I may as well just go into Blaziken, right? I don't see why not. His last 2 Pokemon are... I'm willing to bet on the fact that it's Basculegion and Sinistcha. So if that's the case, we'll get Blaziken going now. Yep. And then Sinistcha, let's see what we got. It's like I played this game before. But obviously, like, that's just an ideal team comp. Like, he could probably look at my team and bank on the fact that I've got Goodra in the back and stuff too. Okay, so we'll go for Detect real quickly, and then we will Sucker Punch you. Sinistcha could be going for Rage Powder, and I think that shuts down my Sucker Punch. In the event that he doesn't, and then we'll just Sucker Punch this Basculegion and we'll be fine. And if he's going for Wave Crash on the Mawile, then whatever. I will just take out the Sinistcha the next turn with Blaziken. Rage Powder. Okay, so my Sucker Punch doesn't work. If he's going after Mawile, Mawile is down. I've still got Goodra in the back. Goodra can stall out the Basculegion. That's fine. Wave Crash. Oh, on the Blaziken. See, I can tell because it paused. Otherwise, I would have gone straight into an attack animation. All right, so then we will Flare Blitz you, and just to check for it, I will Play Rough the Basculegion. Yeah, because Flare Blitz is going to take out Sinistcha. I've got no doubt about that. No way you're holding a Focus Sash. That's going to be on your Whimsicott that you didn't bring. So I'll just check for it. So if you're going Wave Crash onto Blaziken, Mawile should be able to take you out with Play Rough then. So let me see. Oh, you're thinking about it, huh? You're thinking about it. I mean, if you don't use Rage Powder, Aqua Jet. Oh, Mawile, you're so cool. You're so awesome. All right, Sinistcha down. So you weren't even going for Rage Powder. I just lucked out. You didn't go for Aqua Jet on the Blaziken, and I think that's very interesting. All right, probably because he knows my Mawile is about to take you out. Very good then. All right, good job, Mawile. Oh, that's okay. That's not your fault. That's just Basculegion being bulky. You done good. You can just Sucker Punch it here, and if he doesn't go for... Well, he can't take you both down. I don't think. I mean, maybe he has Earthquake, I don't know. Nope, he forfeited. Fine with me. Save us a few seconds. Good games, Tenmu Gojo. Oh, I love Mawile so much. Oh, I love Mawile so much. I'm so glad I can use her Mega Form again. Hey. I played through an entire playthrough of Pokemon Y, not knowing that you don't even get her Mega Stone in the main game. You only get it in the post game. So I played through all of Pokemon Y with base Mawile, and then I tried to use base Mawile and Pokemon Sword and Shield for multiple battles. I mainly played off of her typing and the fact that she had Intimidate. So I think I've earned my right to reuse one of the most busted Mega Evolutions in the game. Right? I'm battling the trainer. A player who wishes to keep their identity confidential. I can respect it. Ooh, Pelipper and Politoed, huh? You really want the rain to go. All right, well, Swampert. We love Swampert in this house. Or this apartment, rather. We love Swampert. That's why I got Giga Drain on the Eelektross. All right, so maybe we do, well, the only reason to bring Zoroark would be to trick Pelipper or Politoed, because he's going to lead with one of them. I could also use it on the Arcaludon if he leads with that. Otherwise, I gotta bring Eelektross. Eelektross was made for these types of battles. Problem is, if I bring Eelektross, then I can't, or I shouldn't bring Mawile, because only one can Mega Evolve. So I could run base Mawile. Usually I run Eelektross with Alcremie, right? Because Alcremie uses Decorate, and then I just try to sweep with Eelektross. And that's probably the play. And then maybe we do... Well, usually that turns into Blaziken and Goodra in the back. I kind of want to bring Mawile purely for the Intimidate. Mainly to deal with Swampert, possibly the Overquill. Yeah, because Blaziken's not really great here if most of his team's Water types, right? I mean, maybe against the Sinistcha. So, because of the rain, I think I should play around base Mawile. Technically, I could choose to not Mega Evolve the Eelektross and Mega Evolve the Mawile instead. That's an option. Oh, we're both on our 2 win streaks. Well, someone's streak is getting broken, and I'm hoping it's not me. All right, yep. I had a feeling this would be the start. Works for me. Very well then. So I will go for the bread and butter of Giga Drain onto Swampert, and then we will decorate the Eelektross. I'm not even gonna go for the Protect. I'm just gonna go straight for the attack. Because oh, you're switching now. I was about to say, I thought you were gonna go for Tailwind. Works for me. Arcaludon works for me. Okay, and then you're Mega Evolving, and then you get Swift Swim. That's fine, that's fine. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that. Does it look like I'm worried? Because I'm not. All right, so Eelektross, my man. Pleasure to be using you in a competitive format. I love it. All right, look at that. I do like that the pluses and the minuses on your little, like, arm eels switch out. All right, so who are you going after? Alcremie? Oh, okay, so that means I don't get to use Decorate. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. I'm still gonna Giga Drain this Swampert, and this should be able to do 68% of your health. Delicious. Honestly, I'm fine with Alcremie going down because she can't attack anyway. My opponent doesn't know that. It's just I don't want to end with Alcremie. I can only start with her. Well, perfect. That works for me. All right, then. I'm realizing how awkward it is to bring base Mawile. I guess I better just bring it. Let's see what he brings next. Sinistra. Okay, so Sinistra and Pelipper in the back. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. All right, Mawile. Your goal is to be a nuisance. Eelektross, your goal is to try and sweep. Okay, actually, I'm not opposed to just taking out my own Mawile for the special attack boost. And the Mawile, you want to protect real quickly, just for this turn? Let's see what happens. And I know it's an unusual looking match. I get it. Let's just play it out, see if this is an option. Okay, Rage Powder, fine with me. Fine with me. I could just go for like Iron Head or something against you. Electro Shot, yep, saw that coming. Onto Mawile? Or onto Eelektross? Because I can see it going either, but I feel like you probably targeted Mawile, right? Which means this turn I probably should have just attacked, because that means that would have been your Electro Shot at its weakest. Oh well. Okay. And then this won't do much to either of you because you both resist it. Maybe I can get a Paralysis? Preferably onto Archaludon? Got it on Sinistra! Got it on both! Alright! Rossick, you are awesome. Alright. Very good then. So that means I'll definitely outspeed boot. I mean, okay, so if Sinistra keeps using Rage Powder, then you get priority, but that means, well, now you're stuck using Rage Powder. So why don't I protect this turn, and then we'll use Goodra to come in and take a hit from another upcoming Electro Shot. Because if he's down to Pelipper, there's not a lot he can do against the Eelektross, right? So let's see. And then protect. Alright. Let's see what you're going for. You are fully paralyzed, okay. Trick Room! Fine by me! It's not as if my Pokemon are especially fast, especially not Goodra. Alright, let's go. Come to think of it, Mawile and Mega Mawile have the same speed, don't they? Mawile doesn't gain points in speed, just attack, defense, and I think special defense. Alright, then let's do this. Let's go for an Ancient Power buff, because that's the best thing I can do. Even if I had Flamethrower in place of Ancient Power, I'd be weakened by the rain, so let's do that. It's on to Sinistra. Boy, am I glad that your Pokemon in the back is Pelipper, and I'm glad that I took out your Mega Swampert already. Rage Powder, that's fine. I was targeting you anyway. Let's roll with it. Okay, so Dragon Pulse, all right. On to Eelektross. Yeah, you don't like Eelektross being here. I get it. Okay, Ancient Power. Very good. Ancient Power boost? Nah. Discharge. All right. We're rolling with it. Problem is, when he uses Dragon Pulse again, I go down. I'm wondering if I should just protect this turn and see if I can get an Ancient Power boost with Goodra. Yeah, with Mawile in the back. He's at +2 defense already, and there's no way he's gonna switch it out. All right, we'll protect, and then we will pray for an Ancient Power boost. Let's see what we got. What you thinking about? It seems like your turn would be pretty straightforward, no? To either do something with Sinistra and then go for Dragon Pulse again, or are you trying to play around the fact that you think I'm going to use Protect? Because I know I'm using Protect. Do you know I'm using Protect? Let's see. You could also be targeting the Goodra, in which case I should have just attacked, but how would I know that? Okay, Matcha Gotcha. Well, that means Eelektross doesn't take damage, and that means you're going to do like a whopping 6 damage to my Goodra. Was it actually 6? That was a joke. Cool. Alright. Electro Shot. Yeah, that's probably the play. And you're probably using that into Eelektross, if I had to guess, so I think using Protect was the move here. Let's see. Cool. Alright. Let's go. Ancient Power. Come on, give me the Ancient Power boost. It's a 1 in 10 chance, man. Okay, well, he could switch out the Sinistra for Pelipper now just to get the rain back up to go for Electro Shot again. Let's see. Could really use an Ancient Power boost right about now. I don't know if I want to switch into Mawile because I'm already at +1 special attack. And Trick Room makes him outspeed everything. I can forfeit the +1 special attack and then instead just go for Ancient Power into Sinistra and take you out. Alright, it's going into Pelipper, which is fine. All right, yeah, you really want that Electro shot. I get you. And that way you can switch back into Sinistcha and heal up your health. I guess that was the play, so good job. All right, so Mawile. So base Mawile is not doing a whole lot. Would I have benefited more from Blaziken? The rain would have messed me up. My other option was to bring Zoroark, honestly, and I could have. Let's see. So into Mawile. That's fine. And then I can protect the next turn with Eelektross, wear off the Trick Room, and then hopefully start KOing your team, yeah? All right, please give me an Ancient Power boost. Come on. That's 3 Ancient Powers and still nothing! It's a 1 in 10 chance, I get it. It's just, I feel like other people have used moves with 1 in 10 chances of happening and they get whatever they need. Or they use moves that have a 1 in 4 chance of missing and they never miss. All right, so we will, I have to protect because we're still under Trick Room. Okay, and then we will Ancient Power you and take you out. All right, let's see what we got. Darn, yeah, if it wasn't raining, I'd go for Flamethrower on the Archaludon. And the Sinistcha, for that matter. Okay, Dragon Pulse, protected. Okay, Ancient Power onto you. Pelipper, down, awesome. Still no Ancient Power boost, that's 4 Ancient Powers. And I haven't gotten an Ancient Power boost. I could really use one right about now. Okay. Let's go. Sinistcha. I could also use you guys being fully paralyzed this turn. That would be great. Preferably the Archaludon. I'm not really threatened by the Sinistcha. All right. I guess I'll just do this. No, we'll just do Flamethrower. Even when it's weakened by the rain, it should deal 9% to the Sinistcha, right? So let's go for it. All right. Yeah. And then Ancient Power, I guess, just onto Archaludon. That's fine. I was attacking you anyway. So here we go. So Flamethrower onto you. That went so slow, I feel like that almost didn't KO. All right, Sinistcha down, and then my ability gives me a +1 special attack boost. Is the Archaludon fully paralyzed this turn? It's a 1 in 4 chance, right? Let's see. Do I get an Ancient Power boost? That's my 5th Ancient Power, and I still don't get a boost, dude! And he's not fully paralyzed. No way, man. Oh my god. I guess the answer was to not bring Mawile. Okay, so I really can't do Eelektross and Mawile in the same match. I mean, I could have Mega Evolved the Mawile and not the Eelektross. I don't know if Giga Drain from base Eelektross would have KO'd Swampert. Maybe? Mega Mawile, still, based on how things have played out, Mega Mawile still probably would have been dead right around now. Can I please get an Ancient Power boost? 6 Ancient Powers and nothing. Can you be fully paralyzed? No. Am I asking for too much? I need him to be fully paralyzed this next turn in order for me to even have a chance of winning this battle. Because I did more than half. I did 100. Alright. 7 Ancient Powers. Come on, man. If I get the Ancient Power boost, I can also live. Come on, man. If I get both. Is that too much to ask? Okay. 7 Ancient Powers and still no boost. And he wasn't fully paralyzed. So he was only fully paralyzed for 1 turn in that battle. And I used Ancient Power 7 times and didn't get a boost. Alright. That's a bummer. Alright, I guess that's the lesson, right? Mawile and Eelektross are both great on their own in the same battle. I can't Mega Evolve both. Base Mawile really is not too useful. I mean, sending her in for Intimidate is useful. Just, I can't send her in only to use her base form for the entire battle. Understood. I've really been trying to get mileage out of Alcremie because, at least as things currently stand, she's not great for single battles. She's mainly used for double battles. Maybe when they reintroduce Dynamaxing and Gigantamax forms again, maybe I can run her in singles. I don't think I will with all the other mechanics in the game. But I've been getting more mileage out of Alcremie with this team than when I had her on my Mega Meganium team. I think this is a lot more interesting. And you would think that with there being more Pokemon added to the game, she would actually be worse, because I substituted her out previously for Arcanine, something that could go on the offensive more. And yet, because everyone's using a lot of the newer Pokemon, well, not so much in this match, everyone's using the old stuff, All right, fine. I said I wanted to get more mileage out of Alcremie. I'll do that. Every Pokemon on my opponent's team came with the base game of Pokemon Champions, and I'll use this opportunity not only to have Alcremie and Eelektross lead once again, but to also have Zoroark as one of my Pokemon in the back. Because I learned my lesson regarding bringing Mawile and Eelektross to the same match, and I really shouldn't do that. And if I do that, then I really better Mega Evolve the Mawile. Like, maybe it's a strategy that can work, I just haven't encountered a situation where it's very applicable. And I feel as, oh, Dragonite and Pelipper, I'm so glad you started with that, based on how I started. Boom, baby. And we're just getting all the Legends EA songs today, huh? I'm fine with that. So, what I was gonna say was, every Pokemon on my opponent's team came with the base version of the game. You would think that, based on how I played previously, Alcremie wasn't doing very well. I think that maybe it wasn't her that needed to be removed from the team, it was that the entire team needed to be revolving around her. And a Mega Dragonite, okay. That's true, I wasn't even considering that. Fine. I'm fine with that. Alright, and then I'm doing this. You're probably doing Tailwind with the Pelipper, and that's fine. I am instead opting to set up Light Screen this turn instead of going for Decorate. Here we go. Alright, let's get that Light Screen, because I imagine the Pelipper's a special attacker. Yep. And the Dragonite's using it. Well, the Dragonite's a special attacker. Great. Justifies my yeah. Okay, so I'm glad I went for Light Screen, which means I should be able to take another Hurricane from Dragonite. It's just if you both double down on the Alcremie, then I don't think she can take it, which means I won't be able to decorate my Eelektross. But I'll go for it anyway. I'll go for it anyway. So why don't we do Discharge, boom, or I can just take out my own Alcremie if that's what it comes down to. In fact, I will just take out my own Alcremie. I'm hoping you double down into Alcremie. Go ahead. And if you don't, then it works for me. I guess I'm realizing how I should play the strategy now. If you don't take out my Alcremie, I'll take out my Alcremie. Alright? Does that work? Eelektross, if I recall, is not a very fast Pokemon. They, like, built the Mega Form in such a way that there's no way that speed could be your highest stat, so therefore you can't just keep boosting your speed. Okay, I don't blame you for switching out. Sinistra, fine. Alright. Draco Meteor. I've got that Light Scream up, and my EVs are invested into defense. Works for me! Alright, Light Screen was the play. Good job, Alcremie. Cool, boom. And then maybe on the next turn I'll take out my own Alcremie. Maybe, this is interesting, and I paralyzed the Sinistra, I'm grateful for that. This is interesting, because it might scare you into wanting to take out my Alcremie, because you're afraid that I'll KO it myself and get a boost. Which I'm more than willing to do. Alright, here. I'll even protect this turn, and I will go for Baby Doll Eyes in case you have a physical attack. Just in case. And if you don't, well then you're just at -2 special attack the entire time until you switch, and I have Light Screen up. Protect? Okay. That's fine. That's not a big deal. And then that makes me ask, what's the Sinistra gonna do? What are we doing, Sinistra? What's on the menu today? More matcha tea, I imagine. Not really my thing. Magic, okay. I'm fine with that. So you'll restore like 10 HP. Let's see. Oh, okay, alright. Let me be a little more respectful. That did some damage. Okay. Well, at this point I'm just stalling out your Tailwind. Not that it matters, you're gonna outspeed me anyway. Let's see, so we got Rain for 2 more turns, which means we have Tailwind for like 2 more turns. Okay, so I'll just discharge, and then I will Helping Hand it. Alright, Sinistra's gonna resist it. It won't do much to the Dragonite. I can still deal some decent damage. Let's see what we got. Streams. Okay, so you did have a physical attack. Well, I'm glad I went for Helping Hand then. So be it. Alright. And then Discharge, boom. Woo! That's some good damage. Good job, Eelektross. A little bit of a shame that I wasn't able to take out my own Alcremie to showcase myself getting the boost, but that is okay. Means you're only attacking one Pokemon that did 30 damage. Alright, I can take you out. Even without a crit, I should be able to take you out this next turn. Tailwind's gone. You're still gonna outspeed me, though. So we'll send in Zoroark, disguised as Blaziken. And you'll probably think it's a Blaziken. In fact, I probably should have just actually gone for Blaziken. Whatever, it's fine. And then we will do... I guess no reason to not attack. Alright, we'll just Shadow Ball you then. If you use Rage Powder, then Sinistra will just die, whatever. With any luck, the Sinistra will go for Rage Powder and be fully paralyzed. How does that sound? And if you go for extreme speed onto Zoroark, that won't do anything, and I don't think you're going to do that. And if you go for extreme speed on Jurassic, well then maybe you KO it, but it's whatever. Dragonite's going down this turn, unless you use Protect. I don't think you are, because your Protect would have gone off first, because you would outspeed me. Oh! Works for me. Okay. And no Rage Powder. Awesome. Boom. Dragonite down. Man, I really wanted the Eelektross to be the one landing these KOs to get the stat boost, but it's fine, as long as I got the Decorate up. As long as I'm KOing stuff. Okay. Boom. Hey, that actually did quite a decent chunk of damage to Zoroark. Well, whatever. At this point, I'm just using Zoroark more for his typing than for the fact that he's based on a Blaziken. Alright, that means Pelipper's coming back in a moment. Yeah, that's like 40 damage with Light Screen up. I guess Zoroark has like no bulk. He's a glass cannon. Basculegion! Boy, am I glad to see you, dude. Alright. Dude is threatened by my Eelektross. Did not want to bring in Pelipper. I could even go for Giga Drain, honestly. It's really tempting if I've got +2 special attack. Let's just do it. Okay. And then... No, maybe I should take out my own take out my own Zoroark. I've been wanting to show this, darn it, so let's do it. Shadow Ball onto Basculegion. If you use Rage Powder, then whatever. Oh no. You're sending in Pelipper because I think Basculegion has Swift Swim, right? You think I would know this by now. Pretty sure it does. Okay. And then Aqua Jet onto Eelektross. Yeah? Alright. Well, I wasn't able to discharge and KO anything with it. I can still take you out. Works for me. Oh my god, really? A Focus Sash? That's even worse! You're not holding a Focus Sash, you just survive with 1 HP? That is lame. That is what we in the business call lame. You actually just naturally survive with 1 HP. You know, the whole reason I put Shadow Ball on Zoroark instead of Bitter Malice was because I wanted that extra oomph to be able to KO Basculegion. Oh my god. No shot. Alright. So thankfully I still outspeed. I didn't go for Detect because I figured, like, he's just gonna KO Zoroark in that case then. Now I get a crit to deal 1 HP! Knock it off, game. You don't get to say I'm a lucky player when you do stuff like that. You can say I'm a lucky player if this Pelipper is flinched. Let's see where we're at. And... Alright, you get to say I'm a lucky player. I'm sorry for everything I said. Yeah, and I think him switching out Sinistcha on that previous turn was the play, so that we can send it back in and heal up Pelipper. And it shan't matter. Yeah. Alright, well... I got to use Mega Eelektross and Alcremie again. And I got to use Zoroark in the back to show that that is an option. Sometimes I just want to play around Zoroark's typing and move pool. That is crazy that Basculegion naturally survived with 1 HP. I've seen it survive with like 10% of its health before. 1 HP? Almost spitting in my face at that point. This has certainly taken longer than I would have preferred. And I'm definitely realizing some flaws with the team. Otherwise, overall, I like my team. Ooh, heavy on the physical side, it seems. Looks like Mawile's coming out to play. Why don't we do Mawile Alcremie? Usually that means the rest of my team becomes Blaziken Goodra. Blaziken, so Metagross is going to be his Mega. Zoroark and Blaziken can take that out. Technically Mawile could too with Sucker Punch, maybe. The problem I'm running into is Rotom. I guess Goodra would take care of Rotom, and Blaziken versus his Blaziken could be interesting. Zoroark would fare better against his Garchomp, but both Zoroark and Blaziken can take out a fair deal of his team otherwise. Running Zoroark and Goodra in the back is kind of niche. I've done it before, and it was okay. I think I probably should just go with the main strategy of Blaziken Goodra. I think that'll be okay. I don't think I need to do anything crazy here. I don't think. And I am eager to see Blaziken versus Blaziken if he brings his, and I feel like he will. Let's see what we got. Hello, Calidus. Ooh, 3-win streak and Jacinth's theme. Okay, I gotta lock in. Jacinth's theme? Is that playing because I brought my 2 fairies? My 2 Goyles? Alright. Well, then he can't lower Metagross's stats. Not until he Mega Evolves. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I got Jacinth's theme playing. We're in for a good match, folks. So the question is, do I want to bring Mawile back in for another Intimidate? Because if I Mega Evolve her now, I don't get to Intimidate again. So I think the play, because I feel like he's going to have Blaziken attack it, if he doesn't go for Protect, is to switch in probably to my own Goodra, and then decorate my Goodra. Because I don't think he's gonna. I mean, I think he's gonna probably go after Mawile. I think is his plan. So if I switch into Goodra, if he uses a physical attack, he'll lower his speed, so his speed boost will get negated. And then now I've got a bulky Goodra who's ready to go on the offensive. So I might not have been going for my niche Zoroark in the back strat. I instead am going for my niche use Alcremie to decorate Goodra strat. Hey, still viable. That's kind of how I do things. You bring a bulky Pokemon and you have Alcremie doing all the decorating. Now, what he doesn't know is that my Alcremie can't attack. I just need to make sure that Alcremie isn't my last standing Pokemon. Metagross is protecting. I'm fine with that. Maybe thought I was going to go for Sucker Punch. What do we got? And then Heat Wave. Okay, special Blaziken. Not unheard of. I've run a special Blaziken before. Got the burn onto Goodra. That's fine. It just means that my leftovers are kind of null and void. Cool. I'm fine with that. And I'm especially fine if you're a special attacking Blaziken. That's more than fine with me. Makes it better for my Goodra here. Okay, so I can now lower Metagross's stats because your ability is now Tough Claws. So why don't we go for Chilling Water, which is now at +2 special attack, and then we can maybe Baby Doll Eyes because I know you're gonna outspeed. Well, if I'm gonna go for Baby Doll Eyes, why don't we do this? So why don't I attack the Blaziken, and then we'll do Baby Doll Eyes on the Metagross, and then if Goodra survives another turn, and hopefully she will, then I'll just attack you the next turn. Boom. I don't know how common Baby Doll Eyes is. It's a move that I love use. Ah! I see the strat now. Okay, so now you're at -1 attack. Now you're back to neutral attack and your defense goes up. Oh, I got lucky there. Even so, Alcremie would have survived. It just means that she gets to live yet another turn. Ooh, Blaziken survived, huh? Whatever. Okay, so that's an ally Blaziken. Fine. Then you can, or a support Blaziken rather. Fine, then you can stay for another turn. I'm gonna leave you alone. All right, speed boost, whatever. Heat Wave and coaching, I'm not worried about you. You are not the threat. Metagross is the threat. And I will go for Baby Doll Eyes once more. And in the event that he switches, then whatever gets sent in is getting hit by Chilling Water. He's not switching. Okay. So now you're at -1 attack again. Close combat. Okay. Goodra, can you take this? Good girl! Using that Chilling Water on Blaziken played off. Okay, so you're a mixed Blaziken. Interesting. Coaching on Blaziken. I like that. I might take that. Meteor Mash, okay. Alcremie should definitely be able to take this now that you're at -1 attack. Good girl! Good girl! Got that Jacine's theme boost playing. Boosting my fairy type prowess. Okay, oof, I did like nothing. Okay, so you have a bulky Metagross, but now you're at -2 attack. Man, that's a +2 special attack from my Goodra. And that's all it did. I mean, all of her EVs are invested in defense. I shouldn't be too surprised. It's like, man, I could have stood to have that deal more damage. Okay, why don't we do this then, since I know you're not going to be able to KO anything now. Alright, let's not get crazy. I might want him to attack Goodra to lower his own speed. So why don't I potentially sack the Goodra, if that's what it comes down to. And then we'll just Baby Doll Eyes the Metagross again and make Metagross dead weight on his team. Okay, cool, you're at -3 attack now. Close combat, fine. Yeah, that's. I was gonna switch into Mawile to kind of deal with that, but I figure this is fine. Okay, boom, whatever. Mawile's gonna come in a second, and then neither of them are gonna be able to do anything. Meteor Mash. No way you missed it. I got that Jacine's theme boost. I'm getting so lucky right now. Awesome. All right, my fairy types are ready to play. All right, so now you're at -4 attack on the Metagross and what, -2 attack on the Blaziken? Works for me. And then we'll Sucker Punch the Blaziken, and then we'll decorate the Mawile. Let's do it. All right, Goodra, you done good. It was evident that your +2 special attack wasn't going to do too much. Your main goal was to stall so that Mawile can take care of the rest. Good job. Okay, and Sucker Punch him. Cool. Blaziken down. So no more coaching if that's what you were going to go for. I don't know, maybe you were going to go for Heat Wave. Doesn't matter. Okay, a Meteor Mash onto Alcremie. Darn, even with the Intimidate. So no Decorate for my Alcremie. That's fine. He still has a -4 attack Mega Metagross on the field. You might switch it. Okay. Well, I'm actually glad to see Sinistcha right now. I really am. Because I got Blaziken and Mawile in the back. Oh, we're good. That's fine. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. All right. Well, as much as I want to Sucker Punch the Metagross, he's probably going to go for Rage Powder. So I'll just Protect, and we'll Flare Blitz. And I'll go after the Metagross, and if he uses Rage Powder, then I'll just KO the Sinistcha, right? That's probably the play. And if he doesn't use Rage Powder, then I'll just KO the Metagross. Praying he doesn't go for Protect. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, okay. That's fine with me. Who's in the back? Rotom! A little bummed that my Goodra's already down, but I can still take care of that. Okay. Kind of a wasted Protect, but that's not a big deal. Let's see how much Flare Blitz does to it. Okay, he didn't go for Rage Powder. Okay, so 64, so that did 36%. That's with you resisting a move. Well, hey, I got Poison Jab for occasions just like this. So, or I've actually maybe Rock Slide's better. Ooh, okay, makes me extra glad that I went for Protect. Got it. Forgot that sometimes Sinistcha will run that. Okay, well, we got a speed boost now. I'll outspeed everything else on your team. So, let's go for Play Rough in case he uses Rage Powder. And then we'll do Detect here. Let's see if he does Rage Powder or not. He might go for Strength Sap again. He might really feel threatened by my Mawile here. And he should! So let's just see. I'm playing in anticipation of him using a Water move on Blaziken. He might be one of those Rotom that goes for Will-O-Wisp onto my Mawile. He might do like double down on the Mawile. Let's see. No, okay. I played it correctly. Very good. Alright, and then we will Strength Sap. So be it. So now I'm at -2 attack because I never got that Decorate off. I really thought -4 attack Metagross wouldn't deal half damage. Woo! Even at -2 attack, that did a lot. Awesome. Good girl, Mawile. Good girl. Alright. Unfortunately, I still have to play under caution of him using Rage Powder. So we will do Rock Slide, which will bypass Rage Powder technically because it'll hit both opponents. And then we will see if I can take out Rotom. Because right now, Rotom's the threat. I'm not worried about Sinistcha, even with... Okay, so he didn't do Rage Powder. No shot! Great. Let's see what happens. And... Alright, Lucky Flinch! Okay, and then, yeah, using Straight Sun. Okay, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. And then you're going to restore your health. I'm not worried about you. You are not the threat here. I got really lucky with that flinch, though. 30% chance. I needed that. Thank you. Or he could have missed with Hydro Pump. I needed one or the other. Alright. So both of my Pokemon are at minus attack. And then Metagross is going to come back in and have all of his stats restored. Blaziken will outspeed it. And then Mawile has Sucker Punch. I don't care that he lowered my attack stat. That's not an issue. Sucker Punch and Flare Blitz combined would take out this Metagross even with lowered attacks. The problem is, even though he hasn't used it yet, I still have to play under the assumption that he's going to use Rage Powder. Sucker Punch doesn't bypass Rage Powder, does it? So, I think the play is to have Mawile actually go after the Sinistcha, and then Blaziken go after the Metagross, and if he uses Rage Powder, then these two combined will take out Sinistcha. Okay, he's going for Protect. That's fine. That means he's probably not using Rage Powder. He's probably using Strength Sap again. Alright, so be it. And then Mawile, you outspeed Sinistcha naturally. I love that. Okay? That did 52. With a Play Rough Mawile. Trick Room! Well, that explains why I outsped it. That's interesting. Well, Sucker Punch will still get priority. Maybe I should play for that then? Maybe he doesn't... There's no way he doesn't have Rage Powder. I guess I just have to go for it. Okay, Rage Powder. And then... He's probably going to go for Strength Sap again, knowing that he outspeeds now. Because why would he use Trick Room and then go for Rage Powder, right? He's already going to outspeed, presumably. So let's see. Let's see if I called this correctly. Sucker Punch, alright! So no Rage Powder. That did 41. Yeah, I would... And then Strength Sap again. Okay, so that means my Sucker Punch would probably deal half that, probably 20 now. I would bank on the fact that if we're going to play under Trick Room for the rest of this match, then he's not going to have... Okay, that was probably the play to make. He's probably not going to run Rage Powder. He might still have it, he's probably not going to run it. So this definitely won't KO. I think I have to go for the double Detect in this instance, because Blaziken's not going to be able to take a Psychic Fangs. Let's see. We'll just keep Sucker Punching. And if it comes down to my Mawile, I got the double Detect! Finally! Things going my way. Can you tell that I'm exhausted because my throat is shot? Okay, yeah. Well, so I did 27. You want to strength... Okay, match or gotcha. Fine. If he's still at 27 or less, I can KO him. Woof! That did a whopping nothing. Oh, that's right. It doesn't heal the Metagross, does it? It just heals you, and I haven't attacked you. All right. Very good. Okay, then go ahead and use Rage Powder here if that's what you want. Sucker Punch should KO Metagross from here, and now there's no way I'm going for the triple detect. I'm already testing my luck here. I got that Jacinth's theme boost, baby. Let's go. Whew. Very good, very good, very good. Yeah, see, now he's wondering. Go ahead and go for Rage Powder then, if that's what it takes. I think you were wise to put us under a Trick Room with Blaziken being one of my last Pokemon. I'm a little impressed that... Okay, that's fine. So I can't Sucker Punch you. The Sucker Punch won't work. So be it. And then Flare Blitz, Strength Zap again. So now my Sucker Punch won't KO. Which means, hang on, this next turn is the last turn of Trick Room then, right? Let's see. Dang. Alright, your Strength Zap saved you, I'll give you that. Okay, so if this next turn really is the last turn of Trick Room, that bodes well for me. Because I can go for Double Protect or Double Detect. Let me double check. Oh, dude. Okay, so maybe what I should do is I should Sucker Punch to check for Metagross attacking me, because you're probably not going to go for Protect, and then I will Detect with Blaziken. I think that's the play. Alright, if you attack with Metagross, then I can Sucker Punch you if you don't attack, or whatever. If you Rage Powder. Alright, let's see how much that does. Ooh, it is enough to take out Metagross! Good girl! Good girl! Even with an extra Strength Zap, that still did enough, huh? Mawile, you're the best! Woo! Just Strength Zap from that Mawile, huh? Well, now you're actually going to restore some health now that I've actually dealt some damage to you. Alright! Awesome! Well, to this day, to this moment, I don't know if you had Rage Powder or not. And right now, it doesn't matter. I'm going to double down onto you. My Mawile is at minus, what, 3 or 4 attack. Blaziken's only at minus 1, this will KO you, for sure. Yeah, I'm going to say that that's checkmate unless you've got some other crazy trick up your sleeve. This ought to do it. I won't deny I needed a lot of luck to go on my side. I got that double detect, and I flinched the Rotom earlier. Still, Mawile, you're the best. I love you. Blaziken, you've been awesome as well. Thanks for landing that KO. And the only thing remaining on the field is my mighty Mega Mawile with Jacinth's theme playing. Thanks for the match, Calidus. Woo-wee! Yeah, man. I think I have my best matches when Jacinth's theme is playing. Love that. And that now brings me up to Ultra Ball, rank 1. I have to win... Well, if I win them in a row, I think I only need 2 or 3 more matches. Otherwise, collectively, I think I need to win 4 or 5. So hopefully I can just do that real quick. For now, I'm stretching. Viet. I'm going to battle Viet. Alright, well my brain immediately says, okay, well there's a fair deal of physical attackers. I should probably bring Mawile for Intimidate. Eelektross is supposed to do well against Pelipper and technically Swampert, but Swampert will outspeed it and one-hit KO it. And I'm not supposed to bring Mawile and Eelektross to the same match. Well, I should bring Zoroark to deal with Sneasler. Mawile in case he starts with... I guess... Swampert. And if he starts with Sneasler, I can check if it has Focus Sash or the White Herb. Then Zoroark will be disguised as Blaziken. I think that's probably the play. No, Zoroark should be disguised as Goodra, because I'm playing around the fact that I'm thinking he's going to start with Sneasler. So I'm going to bank on that. And if he starts with Swampert, then we'll improvise from there. Jacinth's theme again, huh? Back to back. All right, then I gotta lock in. Folks, we're in for a good one. Oh, Pelipper and Swampert. We're in for a good one, folks. It's like whenever No Quarters plays in Splatoon. I get amped up. Let's go. I was right to start with Mawile. I think that was the play. So why don't I trick my Choice Scarf onto the Pelipper? It's probably gonna go for Tailwind. And then I don't want to Mega Evolve Mawile just yet. I want to Intimidate it again. And so in that case, let's go into Goodra and see how that goes. Okay, very good. He's probably going for Earthquake. Yeah, no, I'm realizing like Pelipper, Mega Swampert is a good combo. And if he's going for Tailwind, then now he'll be locked into Tailwind for the rest of the battle until he switches out. And yeah, Focus Sash, okay. Which means that the Sneasler's not holding a Focus Sash. I'm almost certain he's bringing a Sneasler, and that means it won't have a Focus Sash. Okay, and then Earthquake, yep. So, it is Intimidated. It certainly shouldn't take out Goodra. Will it take out Zoroark? Oh no, we're fine. Didn't even deal half to Zoroark. That's awesome. Okay. So Zoroark, the jig is up, which is fine. Me sending in the other Goodra probably gave that away. Okay, cool. He didn't Mega Evolve Swampert though. Interesting. And then yeah, I didn't bring Eelektross to this fight. That's okay. I'm not supposed to do Mawile and Eelektross. I mean, I can, because I usually don't, because that usually means running the base forms with them. And base Mawile is a little rough. And base Eelektross is fine, just I would prefer to be able to capitalize off of their Mega Evolutions. Oh, he's thinking. He's thinking. Me having his Pelipper locked in is messing him up. Okay. So there's another Intimidate. Did he not? He didn't switch, did he? No. That's interesting. So he's just leaving Pelipper in to do Tailwind again. Okay, there's the Mega Swampert I was anticipating. And now that he's double intimidated, base Mawile should be okay. She's got a good defense stat. Nice, good girl. Man, even at -2 attack, Mawile, that still did 80 damage to you, huh? Well, thankfully your Mega Evolution increases your defense more than anything else. Okay, and that's Rain Boosted Chilling Water, just 20%, and now you're at -3 attack. I'm banking on you. Well, you're gonna switch out something. You're probably gonna switch out Pelipper at this point. Just in case. Let's Sucker Punch you. And just do Chilling Water. No way you switch them both out. I don't believe that for a second. I think you're switching out Pelipper. And if you do switch them both out, then my Sucker Punch does nothing. But Chilling Water will do something to whatever you send in next. And I'm once again banking on the fact that Sneaser's on the back. So let's see what you got. Alright, you're really thinking about this, huh? Okay, Pelipper going back. Figured Sneasler, there it is. There it is. Okay. Very good then. Oh, the only problem is I haven't intimidated the Sneasler. Well, I still have Zoroark as an available option. It's just that Zoroark is not holding his Choice Scarf anymore, so he won't outspeed Sneasler. So we'll have to see. Okay, that did some decent damage. Ice Punch into Goodra. I'm fine with that, because that now lowers your speed. Okay, cool, Chilling Water again. So -4 attack, and -1 speed. Now, you might consider switching out Swampert, unless you just want to leave it in to die so you can have a safer switch afterward. I think the play is to do, no. Protect, because you're probably going to try and attack the, which one are you going to attack? Okay, Mawile Protect for sure. Goodra doesn't have Protect. I'm wondering if the play is just to go straight for an attack. Swampert's not gonna KO anything. I don't believe that. You're using Protect. Okay, wow. Then that actually works out nicely for me. Okay. And then is the Sneasler gonna go for Fake Out? Let's see. Close combat. Oh, it's a Mawile. Okay, I'm happy to see that. Dang, this was actually a really good turn for me then. Cool. And then White Herb, right? Yeah, okay. Which is fine. It means you're going to outspeed everything on the field, but you're going to outspeed my entire team anyway. So now, Tailwind's gone. Okay, I wasn't even keeping track of that. I didn't really care. So now we can Sucker Punch you. And then, that might not KO though. I should probably double down on the Sneasler, yeah? Double down on the Sneasler. Swampert is a non-threat to me right there. Yeah, I figured that was coming. And then Archaludon is the last Pokemon. Okay. I can work with that. Sucker Punch, yep. Got it. It's fine. And then close combat onto Goodra. Okay. Fine with that. Goodra, you did what you needed to do. Good job, girl. And then your special defense and defense will go down, and your speed, and you no longer have a White Herb. So, Unburden Sneasler with defense drop probably still outspeeds my team. If my Blaziken gets a speed boost off, Blaziken probably outspeeds. I think... No, let's do Zoroark, because I can foresee him switching into Pelipper right now. So let's check that, okay? If he doesn't switch into Pelipper, I take out a Sneasler with Sucker Punch. And then Zoroark, you're not Choice Scarf, so I can just go straight for a Shadow Ball onto Archaludon. Sneasler usually runs Protect, Fake Out, Close Combat, Dire Claw. That's pretty cut and dry. Yeah, I saw that coming. So it means my Sucker Punch won't do much. And then, what, is the Archaludon going for Electro Shot then? That's also pretty vanilla. Okay. Had a feeling, just wanted to check for it. And then Shadow Ball should do at least half, so I can hopefully 2-hit KO you. Perfect. Electro Shot, yep. So that's probably after Mawile. Alright, Mawile. You done good, girl. You done good. I mean, maybe he's targeting Zoroark. I just doubt it. Yeah, Mawile. Okay. You done good, girl. You done good. I'm not worried. I got Jacint's theme playing. I'm gonna lock in. So far, I've had my best matches with this song playing. Much like I said earlier, it's like whenever the song No Quarters plays in Splatoon 3, I lock in and get some of my best matches. So let's go. Alright. Well, here's the thing. Is the Pelipper going for Tailwind? Would you want to just use up your Pelipper's turn with that? Because then you're locked into Tailwind. I think you're actually going to attack. So I'm going to go for Detect. I mean, I was likely going to go for Detect anyway. Okay, you're protecting. That's interesting. That leads me to believe that the Pelipper most likely isn't using Tailwind. Okay. So you're attacking Zoroark then? Am I in trouble? Oh, you are attacking. You went after Blaziken. Got it. So now you're locked into that and you have Choice Scarf, so you would otherwise outspeed me. The question now becomes, is +1 speed Blaziken faster than a Choice Scarf Pelipper? I'm willing to bank on the fact... Hang on, I need to see Blaziken's stats. I'm willing to bet on the fact that you didn't invest any speed EVs into Pelipper. I'm willing to bet that you went all into bulk. I am not max speed. I did put a couple into HP. I think... Well, because Blaziken naturally already outspeeds Pelipper, I'm pretty sure. I think I do outspeed you. If you have no speed EVs and I'm at +1, I think I outspeed you even if you're holding a Choice Scarf. Yeah, baby! And a 1-hit KO! Oh man, I'm losing my voice. That's how you know I've been playing for a while. That's awesome! Alright. Critical hit on the Pelipper. I don't know if I needed a critical hit, but I am super glad that I got one. Thank you. Alright, works for me. And then Zoroark outspeeds our Caledon, so that'll take care of that. And then in the back, he still has Mega Swampert and Sneasler. Mega Swampert having Swift Swim, so it'll still outspeed Blaziken. Or no, it'll outspeed Zoroark. I don't think it'll outspeed Blaziken at this point, but still. And then he has Sneasler. And the Sneasler is most likely going to go for Fake Out. So to check for that, I'm going to use Detect with Blaziken here. Even if Blaziken outspeeds, I'm going to go for Detect because if I get faked out and he uses a water move, I die. And he can't fake out Zoroark. And then between the two, let's take out Swampert because Blaziken can outspeed Sneasler in the next turn and just win. So we'll take out the Swampert, hopefully. He might outspeed and then immediately go for Zoroark. So let's see. Fake out, yep. Saw that coming. Saw that coming. I've played this game. Oh, you're just willing to take out your own Sneasler. Works for me! Makes me extra glad I went for Detect. Alright, take out your own Sneasler then. Alright, let's do it. Now I don't know the extent of Mega Blaziken, or Mega Swampert's bulk, so I need to strike with Blaziken in such a way that deals the most damage, which is something I should be doing anyway. So what does more, Flare Blitz or Poison Jab? Poison Jab is 80, he resists it. Flare Blitz is 120, he resists it, and it's raining. Okay, how much does the rain take away? So if he resists it, then that would mean it would do 60, and now it would get same type attack bonus, so it would be 80. The rain brings it down to at least 40, if not more. And then Poison Jab would normally do 80, and he resists it, so that would do 40. I feel like the rain really brings back Flare Blitz. I think I have to go for Poison Jab. I think I should be able to do at least 18% of damage. Let's see. No shot! Are you kidding me? Oh, I got the poison, whoop-de-doo. That's not the luck I needed. I needed to do 18%. I feel like I min-maxed that. You're telling me that couldn't have done 8. No shot. Jude survived with 1 HP and won because of that. Alright. Let me give credit where credit is due. That was a very close match, and I'm appreciative of that. Dude, it went down to 1 HP, and he won because of that. He won because he survived with 1 HP. For as frustrating as that is, that was a close match. So that only further leads into the theory that Jacint's theme amplifies matches. That's cool. That was an engaging match. I'm just frustrated because I had the reads, man. I feel as though I did everything I was supposed to do, and I still lost. That's why I'm frustrated. Maybe I could have gone for Rock Slide and prayed for a flinch. It's just that Rock Slide has a chance of missing. Oh well. GG's. I want to be done. I would like to be done. I know my team has areas of improvement. I think I can still get to Master Ball rank with the team as it is. And I just want to be able to prove that and be done. Hey, this guy has his own Eelektross and a Musharna. I'd be curious to see what he does with his Musharna. I've considered running Musharna, and I'm not doing that just yet. I think for this match, I'm going to do Zoroark, probably Mawile. I got to start with Zoroark because he's going to start with Aerodactyl. I almost guarantee it. Actually, he's got Malamar too. I've actually not fought Mega Malamar yet. I'd be curious to see how that plays out. Even so, I won't let that deter me from bringing Mawile and intimidating it. And then I will do regular old Blaziken Goodra in the back. Do I want Zoroark to be disguised as Blaziken or Goodra? It's like, would he believe that I would have Goodra as my starting Pokemon? Maybe he would, because he has Overquill, right? We'll just leave it alone. We'll leave it alone. Maybe he'll believe that I brought Goodra to the front. Let's see. That's the main thing. Like, I usually have Zoroark disguised as Goodra so that they'll use a fighting type move or something on it, and then they'll realize they can't do anything. Okay, Overquill. He has Intimidate for its ability, right? Quillfish does. I don't remember what Overquill's ability is. Okay, no berries. It is Intimidate. Okay, I'm not worried about that. I will Intimidate you as well. And if you truly believe that this is a Goodra and Mawile on the field, then you can't do a whole lot, can you? I will actually not trick the Aerodactyl. I'm just going to go straight for the KO. And then I think I want to save Mawile's Intimidate for later. Do I want to reveal my hand and then just like say, oh yeah, you were fighting a Zoroark all along, here's the real Goodra? Because he really can't do anything to it, but maybe I should play around the fact that he thinks that there's two steel types on the field. So Shadow Ball, Aerodactyl for sure. And then we just Protect normally as Mawile, don't Mega Evolve yet. Let's see what he does. Probably still gonna go for Tailwind. Overquill using Protect, that's fine, I'm not worried about you. Okay. And then Protect. And then can Goodra learn Shadow Ball? You ever seen a Goodra use Shadow Ball? Or you're seeing it now. Boom. Darn, doesn't pick up a KO. I figure Aerodactyl's fragile. I just didn't know if Shadow Ball, non-super effective hit would do it. Alright, Tailwind, that's fine. Shadow Ball will pick up a KO. You're gonna outspeed though. I will instead switch into Blaziken. And then I'll switch out Mawile as well. I'll bring in the real Goodra. Really mess with his head. Okay, so you come out. Blaziken goes in. You come out. Goodra goes in. Alright, really messing with his head now. Stone Edge, oh. Huh. I don't know why you would go for Stone Edge onto Mawile, but whatever, and then Aqua Tail, alright. Well, I guess I was wise to switch that slot into Goodra specifically. So now your speed is lowered, so with Tailwind you're effectively back to neutral speed, and then Life Orb, Overquill. I can respect it. Alright. So then I will probably Detect with Blaziken because you're still under Tailwind, so I want to make sure that I start outspeeding some stuff. And then we'll go back into Mawile so as to intimidate you again. And that way, both Overquill and Aerodactyl are basically dead weight, and I'm stalling out your Tailwind. I think that's the play. So boom. So now you're both at -2 attack. I'm not worried about you. I'm not worried about you. You can stay right there. Boom. All right, and then are you gonna use a flying type move onto Blaziken? Is that your play? Called that. You might outspeed me. I still called that from a mile away, dude. All right. I forfeited. Darn, I kind of wanted to see the Musharna and the Mega Malamar. Whatever. GG. I'm fine with that. The sooner we finish that match, the sooner I can move into the next one. Let's see where I'm at on this thing. Ooh. In theory, if I win the next match, I just make it straight to Master Ball. I'm pretty sure. With a 4-win streak, I'm pretty sure. All right. Let's do it. If the next match is that quick, I'm also fine with that. As long as I'm victorious, I don't really care how it plays out. I guess I prefer a quicker match because it's 2 in the morning. On that note, I guess that was the last player that was online. I guess everyone else has gone to bed. Time zones or otherwise. This is the dead hour of the night, folks. I've already fought everyone else. I don't know if this game will let you like find the same person again multiple times in a row. I definitely know that if you play Super Smash Brothers and stuff, you'll find the same players multiple times in a row. Pokemon Champions? I don't know. Alright, I figured there had to be somebody. Pritchard! Pritchard, will you have the honor of being my Verge of Master Ball rank match? Oh, he's got 3 ghost types. I best bring a ghost type of my own, right? I guess I gotta bring Zoroark to this one. And then Dragapult is annoying because it outspeeds so much stuff. Alright, so I'm definitely starting with Zoroark. That's a given. The question is, who goes second? Because he's got multiple Pokemon where I feel you would start the match with them, right? So you would start with Aerodactyl, you would start with Ninetales, you'd probably start with Dragapult, maybe save Sinistcha for the back. So Blaziken's coming for sure. And then probably Mawile, Goodra. Mawile to deal with sucker punching them possibly. Okay, let's go a little more vanilla on this. By that, I don't mean bringing Alcremie. I mean starting with Mawile and Zoroark. Zoroark's coming to this match for sure, which means I'm most likely not doing Alcremie. So Mawile to sucker punch them, possibly, definitely to deal with Ninetales if it comes to it. And then I'm really not threatened by the Ninetales or Aerodactyl, which he's gonna start with one or the other. So maybe we do. I don't know if I want to start with Goodra. I could, and then run Zoroark in the back. Let's just play it vanilla. So Zoroark and then Goodra, Blaziken. That's fine. So Zoroark will be disguised as a Blaziken. I can roll with that. All right. He might even start with both Aerodactyl and Ninetales. I doubt it. Let's see. I think he's got to be bringing like Charizard if he looks at my team, right? Let's see. Typhlosion Charizard. Okay, so I guess Aerodactyl and Ninetales probably aren't here. I mean, you could have Ninetales in the back. I'm doubtful. You probably have the other two. Sinistcha for sure then. Okay, well then Mawile, you might want to not get hurt this turn, yeah? That's gonna hurt. He's gonna Mega Evolve Charizard and then go for Eruption. I can smell that from a mile away. Actually, well, if I can smell it, maybe I shouldn't Mega Evolve Mawile just yet. Leave her as regular Mawile and just go for Protect. And then Shadow Ball the Typhlosion. Because if you're going for Eruption, you're probably holding a Choice Scarf, and I'm hoping that you are, because I'm holding a Choice Scarf, so I'll outspeed, and I should be able to one-hit KO you. If you're holding a Focus Sash, well, then I gotta improvise. Alright, Typhlosion. You ever seen a Blaziken use Shadow Ball? Well, you're gonna see it now. We got the 3 original fire starters on the field. And yet Blaziken will reign supreme. Okay, Dragon Pulse. That's interesting. A little surprised you didn't go for Heat Wave, and I mean, that's fine. Works for me. Heat Wave might have actually KO'd. But you didn't know that was a Zoroark now, did you? But you could have gone for Heat Wave knowing that it would have KO'd Mawile, probably. Whatever. Works for me. Dragapult. Alright, I figured you were bringing that bad boy. Bad girl. So now, why don't I reel Mawile back in. We'll send in the Goodra, and then we'll just Shadow Ball the Dragapult. And hopefully I can one-hit KO that. Let's see. Because I don't think you're Choice Scarfed. You could be. I think some people do Dragapult with Choice Scarf. I feel like that would have been on your Typhlosion. That's probably why you started with it. So hopefully I can one-hit KO the Dragapult. Boom, baby! See? I knew I had to bring Zoroark, dealing with all your ghosts. And if your last Pokemon Sinistcha, then I'm going to really go 3 for 3. There's the Heat Wave. Alright, well Zoroark's down. Zoroark, you done good, buddy! You took out half his team. And made his Charizard freak out and use Dragon Pulse instead. Awesome. Alright, so Heat Wave, Sun boosted onto Goodra did not deal half. Alright, well, I think his last Pokemon's going to be Sinistcha. I may as well just go for Blaziken, right? And if it's not Sinistcha, well then I got Mawile in the back, I'll Mega Evolve. It is Sinistcha. Yep. I read this guy like an elementary school learning book. Alright? And otherwise, standard team. I've just dealt with similar shenanigans before. I think I'm ready to get to Master Ball rank. I think I've earned it. Alright? I'm just gonna go straight for Sinistcha. You go for Rage Powder? Great, I'm taking you down. Let's go. Yep. Fine with me. Alright? Sun boosted Flare Blitz from Blaziken. That'll KO you. Heat Wave. So be it. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it wouldn't have KO'd Blaziken. I'm not worried about that. Boom. I won't count myself lucky. Thank you for that. I don't think that would have made a difference. Boom! Alright, Sinistcha down. Love to see that. That means the last Pokemon standing, or flying, I guess, as Mega Charizard Y. Between Goodra's Ancient Power, Blaziken's Rock Slide, and just Mawile's anything, which is, it's gonna be Sucker Punch. I should be able to take this down. There we go. Woo! 1-hit KO from the Goodra. Good girl. Oh, a critical hit for good measure. I'm fine with that, wrapping things up more swiftly. Good girl. Works for me. Thank you for the match, Pritchard. That should bring me up to Master Ball rank. It should. Boom, baby. All right. Yes, I'm openly aware that my team needs some adjustments. I think it might be more optimal to run Eelektross with a more Disc-Quake-oriented strategy. And I might need to bring, like, Milotic or something back onto the team. Oh, another cutscene. It seems hearty congratulations is in order once more, Yoshiller. Oh, do you get this cutscene every time you make it to Master Ball rank? Because he said once more. This would have been my third time making it to Master Ball rank if I committed a bit more when I was trying to run that Simipour team. I'm sorry. It was a little much. I almost did it, but I couldn't quite get it. Even so, it's nice to see this cutscene now, and I'm wearing different clothes. I'm wearing my Steel-type clothing. Knew that would be good luck between my Mawile and my Hisui and Goodra. I know many out there strive to battle with your skill. I'd even say that the red-hot energy in the battle arena these days is in large part thanks to you. You think so? I'm just using my favorite Pokemon and trying to see what teams I can craft with them. It's been kind of amusing. It has been fun to bring back Mawile. Mega Mawile especially. Reliable. And running Mega Eelektross has been very amusing as well. Alright, if so, let's give the audience a show that'll take their breath away. Yeah, will I actually get to battle you someday, or is that going to be like a timed event? Do I have to go to the Pokemon World Championships and then there'll be an opportunity to battle you there? Could be cool. Could be neat. I ain't afraid of a little Incineroar. It just means that I'd have to probably bring my Milotic again. And if I don't, I mean, I've proven that I can climb to Master Ball rank without it, right? Yeah, 1464 is not a great ranking. I'm glad I got to Master Ball. It just means that I am genuinely below average because the average should be 1500. So I will strive to improve that. And I will see how high in the Master Ball rank that I can actually go. Whew! For the time being, folks, I have once again made it to Master Ball rank using a quirky team of Pokemon that are just my favorites. And I'm glad that I was able to try out new Pokemon and combine them with strategies of old. It's been very fun. And I'll keep refining my strategies and my teams to see what can actually make it into the champion tier. In due time, hopefully one day. For now, that wraps up this video of Pokemon Champions BATAW, and I'd like to thank you all for watching. I hope to see you all in future videos as I climb the ranks even more, but for now, bye-bye, humans! Whoosh! And so, we've reached the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please click on the like button or leave a comment. Either of those actions would really help me out. And hey, in case you didn't know, I have another channel called my Blue channel where I frequently post editorial and discussion type videos. You can head over there by clicking on the video icon in the lower right corner. So if you wish to watch something a little more relaxing or just need some more background noise, please consider checking it out. Either way, thank you so much for watching.